Hello, everyone. This is Brandon Leach, part of Advanced Level Design. This is my Milestone 3 submission, and I'm going to begin, like usual, talking about my goals for this milestone and me showing that I did them. So, to start off, the main goals were giving this game this level a once over, this Doom 2 level a once over. So, essentially, like adding traps, adding secrets, um, and essentially just like making the game feel more dynamic and fleshed out, giving the player more opportunity to live, and more opportunity for the player to be surprised and possibly die. Um, Equally balancing out. You'll see a lot of that when I show off the level. Uh, Texture polish. I kind of went into rooms that were bland, added some more stuff, added a lot of new texture assets. You'll see a lot of stalactites because this is a cave map, so that's a thing you'll see a lot of. Then I also just kind of like again added textures where there was nothing there of value, or some places there was missing textures, so I had to re-add that um, stuff I found that even the playtesters didn't find. So go figure. Um, then I did a bug test to try to make sure that you shouldn't be able to get soft locked out of anything. In fact, I made it where you can get out of doing the long way because I mentioned during my last playtest that some players didn't like doing the jump puzzle over and over again. So I made it where that's a bit more doable. I had to learn something in order to do it though. I'll show that off soon. Playtest. I had them replay test. This one wasn't like completely documented. I just kind of wanted to see what they felt of the new changes. They loved the new lighting. They loved more health. They originally felt like the ammo was too little, so I added a bit more shotgun ammo because that's the weapon you'll be using the most. And I'm hoping they like that in the next playtest because I think it adds a bit more play. And I am playing on the harder difficulty. I have removed some enemies on the lower difficulties, but we won't be seeing that today. That's more of a milestone 4 situation. Again, as I mentioned there, I made some playtest repairs, and so let's hop into the engine, and I can show off some of the new stuff. So let's go right to the starting area. You already see that there's a bit more light than there originally was in this level, and there's also stalactites. You know, give this place an eerie cave feel. Um, and it continues here. Here's an example of some secrets. If you walk up to this, it's you have to like walk up to it. But if you walk up to this, this will lower. It's the way you can tell it's a secret is it's the one place that doesn't have a candelabra. It lowers to this like flesh pit filled with imps. But if you survive this room, and there is a fair bit of health in here, so you should be able to with a chain gun or a shotgun, you can get a map which pretty much tells you where everything is. Then let's moving right along. Nothing's really changed here. More stalactites. And then this room has stalactites and stalagmites to kind of give it more of like a congested feeling. So you have to like bob and weave. Um, this secret I've already mentioned before. There's no real changes here. Um, just that the lighting has been lightly improved. Moving upstairs, I added some more health, as you can see there. And now, as you can see right here, how these steps are highlighting. When you press this, it lowers downstairs. Which so now after you've done the puzzle once, you should be able to just go up and down freely with no issues. For that secret I showed off last time, this like interesting wall secret that gives you the yellow key card. Now that has some like it's got like a flesh pit. I'm considering adding bars here, but for the time being, I think it's all right the way it is. This room has some more decal too. There's like a little flesh pit. If you pick up that super shotgun that isn't the secret super shotgun, um, this will be like a little hidden torture chamber that opens up. That's pretty much the bulk of the changes because a lot of these other like again this is more lit. Um, I did kind of get into removing enemies and adding enemies in some places. Oh, almost forgot. Last room. Um, Outside, it's not going to look like this, but I added some trees. I raised this a little bit so it looks a bit more like an outside like area. Then there's like this that way it kind of like convolutes it. So like when the player walks through it, they're not like really able to focus on the imperfections of this place. So, but the skybox will be entirely different. You'll see that this is like the end of my run through of the actual level. I'm beginning a playtesting section now, so if you don't want to sit through the playtest, um, you can do that. And before I jump into that, I'm gonna hit my last wicket. Something that isn't on the milestone that I did. I actually again changed that sky texture, but I also added the new remake of the Doom 2 music made with the re-release of the game. and this adds so much action to the game alone, and you'll be able to hear that when we do the playtest. So official milestone ends here. Playtest is beginning now. While we wait for this thing to boot up. Beautiful. I'm gonna make my quick gameplay changes because Lord knows I am a traditionalist and I like to play it without looking up, down, jumping, or crouching. Nope, I want FOV. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna do like a clean run of this, as clean as I can anyway. Just kind of showing off the way this level ought to feel and ought to look. To be fair, I did make the level, so you know you're gonna have a little bit of some. Go down. Oh, there we go. So I mentioned earlier that there's a secret in here. If you walk over here, you know, it does that. So if you're wandering, you know, you can totally find this on your own. But the more traditional way to find the secret is, and by the way, it's because you bump. If you bump that, it lets you up. I could change it so it doesn't do that. I might actually consider that. But this would also lower it too. Moving right into the next room. Let's get rid of these shotgunners. I have found, just as like a, you know, doing numerous playtests of this level, going right is like the way to go when you're playing this level. Like, start by going right, and there'll just be a lot less shenanigans to kill you by the end of it. There's still a lot to deal with, but it's a lot easier to get through it. And as you see, my health's kind of going down. I'm playing a bit relaxed, but even that, I have enough health to kind of like barely get you through it. See, I'm back at big old hundo. Now I got to get myself some health and some some ammo. Luckily, there's just the thing right here. And this Mancubus should just go down. Where's that? There it is. I was like, where's that dang ammo box? Yeah, he'll definitely go down. I am prepared to chainsaw him if I need to. And I just realized the music isn't playing. Can't believe this. You guys aren't hearing these awesome... Well, at least the song restarted right when I did that. Anyway, let's get some action music. Gotta get my hands on that flamethrower. Oh, okay, this is a little bad. Ooh, I still got through it though. Oh, okay, can't speak too soon. Oh, good gracious. All right, there we go. There we go. Woohoo! There we go. Definitely got very lucky there. Yeah, this concept for this library, I don't really know where it came from. I just was kind of feeling it when I was making the level. Like when I was paper mapping this thing, I was just kind of like, you know what? Every creepy old temple needs a dang library. That's what I did. So that's why this is here for anyone that's curious. Anyway, moving right along. Uh-oh. Forgot not all of them show up right at once. There we go. And we got our health back to a decent value. Ooh, already out of flamer ammo. And the other players that playtested, they played on a lower difficulty. You'll find that you have a lot more ammo on the other difficulties. There's a lot more enemies on the last high difficulty that's fair. I'm not counting Nightmare because Nightmare is borderline unfair. We all know this. I have beaten every Doom game on Nightmare or its hardest difficulty. That's including the new ones, you know, Ultra Nightmare, all that stuff. Oh, there's that stairs I talked about. So, like, I know a thing or two about how nonsensical Nightmare can be. Alright. Alright, he's gonna be, there we go. That's why I have those med packs there. There's that secret, this pain elemental that's totally gonna try to ruin my day. But I won't let him. There we go. Free yellow key. Now the fun continues. We gotta fight some chain gunners in this little alcove. This actually came after the paper map. To anyone that didn't pay attention, there's a few areas that are not on the paper map, but were on this. This little area was just kind of a thing that came to where it's like, there's a level in Doom 2 where, in Hell, where you like press a bunch of switches and it reveals a bunch of secret enemies. In different areas where you have to press more switches and it creates a maze. And I was like, you know, I could do something with that. Okay, I'm feeling a little crazy. Yep. Killing a Hell Knight with my fist is always a good time. Got my secret rocket launcher. Alright, we could go to the angry secret, but I'm actually gonna... You guys have already seen that, so I'm gonna wait to show that off. Alright. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Here comes the fun. This level really starts to feel like Doom, because you really have to move fast in here. I like the way... Now, I might just be having a little bit of bias, but I like the way the level escalates. And it doesn't start off, like, outrageously hard. It slowly builds itself up to being difficult. Like, this room is, like, the crux of it all. And even then, I'm pretty generous. I give the player an Invhonor ability. That room with the Mancubi can really be something else. Like them up there. It can really be a menace. Balancing was not always my forte, so I think I'm slowly getting better at it as a level designer. Ooh. We're definitely gonna need to get rid of that. I would say Arachnotron, but it's actually called a Mind Weaver. It's just a small version of the Spider Mastermind. All it is. We are aiming for that 100% completion because why not? So I'm definitely gonna grab everything I can. There we go. Most kills. We're looking good. We're gonna hop off of this platform, grab the rest of this stuff, get us into tip-top shape. There we go. So this should be about the last stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that last secret. Now that like I kind of showed you getting the new super shotgun. There we go. You get one right at the beginning if you're paying attention. I even added a light there that tells you tells you where it could be. But we are gonna do that last secret room, even though it's completely unneeded because we just leave the level now. It's fun. That's why you do it. You want that 100% completion count. Alright, here we go. There's just this big room of imps that constantly follow behind. And a little challenge I like to give is, I see if I can clear this room with just my fist, taking minimum hits as possible. I have once cleared it with 200, so like I didn't take a single hit. As you can see, I'm definitely stuffing it right now, but I don't really need too much health for the rest of this final stretch. So I'm more or less just goofing around. And you know, it is a game, so I should be able to enjoy myself. Get some of these imps out of here. But yeah, this room will fill with bodies. A little running gag with this. So one of my playtesters is a really close buddy of mine, and we were just deciding that this is like a feeding room for demons. And it was like, you have the two, okay, this might not be politically correct, but you have the two very large demons that definitely really enjoy their food. and you're effectively invading their little lunch hall, and they don't like it. So you get jumped by them. So that's a running gag we had when I was making that room. It was just like they don't like that you're entering their sacred territory of eating. I guess I don't know. It's purely nonsensical, but that's the way it ought to be. Anyway, let's clear the rest of this room. Yes, the room refilled with monsters because it makes things more interesting. There's about 50% less of these guys on the next floor difficulty, and then it goes down by fourths after that. So right now I'm on ultra violence. When you go on hurt me plenty, it's like half, and then when you go to hey not too rough, it's like a quarter of all this. And by the end of it, you really ain't. You're fighting like maybe like 10 imps and maybe 2 demons, 2 pinkies. Alright, that should be up. I'm missing 2 enemies, and I guarantee I can tell you where they're at. There's one. I bet it's down here. An imp probably spawned late. Maybe not. Huh. I'm still missing 2. Anyone hiding in here? Very interesting. Just for the sake of this lift, consider adding a teleporter. I'm eager if anyone agrees with that idea. Just so you don't have to always wait for it. It would like maybe activate. Oh, there's one. Go ahead. We'll just shoot him from here. All right, where's thing number 2? He could be in the aquifer. You know what? I bet he's in the aquifer. Let's go check that out. There's always one. This happens a lot in the normal Doom 2, where it's like you want to get 100% and you're like wandering around looking for that one enemy. Could be just a random guy. I'm not seeing him in here though. Let me check back over here. Yep, so he's not in the aquifer. Where else could he be? Oh, maybe down here? Nope, I cleaned that up. That's a teleport. Oh, there he is. He was just waiting for me to exit through there, I guess. Anyway, there's that ever-expanding abyss that goes forward. The land of Nod, the land of wandering. Let's go. And of course, the part-time is a little, not that. But that's a 100% run-through, so that's gonna take you a little bit. So yeah, that's that'll be my milestone submission for good old Forlorn Hope. So or Forlorn Hope. Sorry, thinking Cyberpunk. Forlorn Grotto. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing the feedback.